Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Lil man needs attention. Must have not got enough from his parents and is trying to use you to make up for it. This person must have not got enough attention from their parents. And that's not a good thing, to not get attention from your parents. But for those of us who act out and try to make up for it with others, that's not good. It's not good for you to try to make up for the attention that you lack from others. It's not a positive thing. When you need attention from other people, that's saying that you need validation from other people. And people will act out like a child to try to get attention from certain people that they feel are important. When they're trying to get attention from you in a way to where this person is like acting out, this person is doing unruly things, this person is trying to make up for what they lack in themselves. And when you're a confident person and when you're not insecure, there will be those who feel that they need to try to get at you. All right, they feel threatened by you. And now you've created a problem for this person because you have threatened them. And this person feels threatened. This person feels threatened by you because you have some qualities that they don't possess, they don't see in themselves, and now they're trying to take it out on you because of that. Your confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth, like these are the things that they see, all right? These are the things. Your ability to just cope, be by yourself, not need other people, all the things I just mentioned. These are the reasons why you will have tough times with certain individuals, because they're threatened by that. They're threatened by your level in each and every one of those areas. And when they see that they can't compete with you on that level or in that area, they have to come at you a certain type of way to try to make themselves feel better, so that way they could make things even for themselves. All right? This is again where all the competition stems from. The competition stems from areas that they lack in that you do not. It's certain areas that you just do not lack in. It's certain areas that they do lack in. And because they lack in those areas, they want to make it an issue for you. They want to try to cause a problem for you. Oh, you're better than me here. And on top of that, it's going to cause me to feel threatened. It's going to cause me to feel small and little. I gotta chad you for that. I gotta take that out on you for that. I gotta cause some problems with you for that, because you made me feel threatened. When they don't feel safe, when they don't feel comfortable with themselves, all right? When they get around you, they don't feel safe because they don't feel comfortable about themselves. When they get around you, all their comfortability, it goes out the window. When people compete with you, when people act like little pettyish ways towards you, they're not comfortable anymore. Before you entered the room, they were comfortable, they were cool, they believed in themselves, they didn't feel that anybody was outdoing them, or they didn't feel that they had to put their guard up towards anyone. And instead of dealing with how they feel and regulating like a normal person would, they try to handle these situations another way, which is by taking it out on you and being petty. A normal person would just regulate and handle how they feel. That regulation is dealing with the energy that comes with certain uncomfortable experiences. They're not the only people who are uncomfortable in life. Some people take that uncomfortability and they transform it into a strength, because they see what area they're uncomfortable in and they make themselves comfortable in that area. Okay, I'm uncomfortable because of this. This is a weakness. I'm going to strengthen my strengths. And on top of that, I'm going to take this weakness and I'm going to correct it in my mind. I'm going to outgrow it. I'm going to use it to grow. I'm going to use it to make myself a better person. There are those people who unfortunately don't know how to like do mental alchemy and transform how they feel about certain things, people, situations. And we all have these types of things. Some of us are better in certain areas than other, and some of us don't do it at all. Just because we do it doesn't mean it's we're like the best in each and every area. No, there's still certain areas that we all need work on and that we all need to work in. So just because we're able to regulate doesn't mean we don't struggle in certain areas, but we'll pray about it before we make it an issue for somebody else. We'll ask God to lead us and direct us in the right direction to work on and how to handle these things. And boy, has that done worked wonders for me in my life. There were some issues that I had, and I would ask God to guide me and direct me into a way to where I didn't have to feel any jealousy. I didn't have to feel any insecurity. I didn't have to feel small. And yo, whatever you ask for, you will receive it. God will lead you to the area in your life to where you need to work on it the most. And why people feel insecure, it's just a sign from the heavens that it's something that you need to work on. It's a sign from your heaven and your mind that this is something that you need to work on. This is something that you need to make better in your life. And when you work on yourself, when you do that work, your life becomes so much better. There's nothing a person can't have when they're willing to work on themselves and self-improve. The world is yours. When you are able to correct certain things about yourself that need to be worked on, it's going to open so many doors for you because you're going to become the type of person that you were put here to be, and that's going to create opportunities for you. That's going to create opportunities for you. But yo, little man needs attention. All right. And it's a shame that grown people try to try to solve these kinds of problems and these types of issues in the wrong way, which it doesn't allow them to grow. And that's why I titled this video Little Man, because when you don't allow yourself to grow, you're acting like a child. And when you're acting like a child, you're a little man, because if you're a man and you grown and you're not growing and you're still acting like a child, you're a little man. You're a little man. You are a little man, not in reference of height, not in reference of age, but in attitude and in style, in thought style, and in actions. When you act like a child, any age of a person can act like a child. Anybody can act like a child. Anybody could act out of their age or act like they're not supposed to. And unfortunately, some people, they do that. They act like they're not supposed to. Like certain people, it's like sounds egotistical or narcissistic to say like, yo, you should be able to expect better from certain people, or you should be able to expect different from certain people. Like, this person is grown. This is a whole adult here. But yo, just because a person is an adult, it doesn't mean that you can expect things from them on how a person should behave. And people can be, like I always say, people can roll how they want to roll. People can do what they want to do. They can behave how they want to behave. But you do what you want to do, you could be locked up or put in jail. You behave how you want to behave. It's going to be certain vibes that you give off, and people just look at you like there's different levels of cringe. Sometimes it's cringe to where it's like, and then sometimes it's cringe to where it's like, really? Really? That's how you choose to handle that situation? Really? And that's just how it is. That's how some people choose to behave. Some people choose to behave. They take the I'm gonna get on your nerves route. They take the attention route. Well, I could if you make me pay attention to you, I'm gonna make you pay attention to me. Instead of me correcting these things, instead of me working on these things, I'm gonna act like they don't exist by getting on your nerves and appearing and seeming to be more powerful than you, because I can control you if I can get you upset. You might have me beat in a certain area. Well, let's see. We're gonna put that certain area to the test, and I'm gonna frustrate you, and I'm gonna get on your nerves. Make people see. I'm gonna make people see you a different way. You think you're someone that is seen in a positive light, in a positive way. I'm gonna make people look at you in a way to where it's not that positive, to where you're not seen in that much of a positive light. So they'll do that. It's called waging war in another way. They'll try to do the little psychological mind games on you, and that's because you have them beat. But they're in competition and they feel insecure. And when you have them beat one way, they'll accept it that you have them beat. They'll acknowledge the fact that you have them beat. But what they'll do is they'll try to drag a certain type of person out of you. They'll try to make you react to them, and they'll like slander you by making you slander yourself in terms of your spirit, like how you're acting. If they can control you and make you angry, and they can cause you to act a different way, that's going to cause people to perceive you in a different way than they once did. And that will allow this person to win, because now they feel that they could cause you to act this way. And this is where the slander happens. They'll cause you to act out, and then they'll go to other people who used to view them a certain way, or who looked at them a certain way, or the people who viewed you a certain way. They'll be like, see how this person really is? Shame, isn't it? All because they want to change the narrative on how they're perceived. Because when you step into their presence, and when you it's because you see this person for who they really are, and they're mad that you could read them like a book and see through them like see through them crystal clear. You see through them like the water in Aruba. You can see through them. All right, you could see through these people like the water in Aruba, like you on vacation. See yourself on vacation, by the way. But yo, I tried to wink. But anyway, you can see through them. And once you see through them, because your energy is dominant over theirs, you when you shift and change the energy that goes when you change the energy in a room, because your energy is dominant, how you view these kinds of people, they're going to notice that. And unfortunately, other people are going to notice that too. They're going to start looking at them funny. So what they have to do is they have to try to get you to not be on your square, and they have to try to get you to change, so that way your energy will change, and that way people won't perceive you as a strong person. For the qualities that they lack, they want you to be seen as weak, because if they have a false sense of strength and they're really weak, if they can make the person who's really strong look weak, then now people are going to see this person as strong, and they're going to see you as the weak person. And it's all magic. It's all witchcraft, all manipulation that they're trying to run. They're trying to run this little game of manipulation instead of work on themselves. But all this energy into to manipulating someone and manipulating other people through causing people to look at someone because they can control someone, and they still haven't controlled themselves. They still haven't put that amount of work in on themselves, which would make them a better person. You don't have to attack other people because of something that you lack and something that you see in someone else. But this is how some jealous people operate. Instead of using jealousy to their benefit and seeing what it is they're missing, and looking deep within themselves and working towards finding it and cultivating it, they rather take it out on somebody else that they don't have this particular trait immediately. It's like somebody get a new car and somebody's jealous of them because they don't have this car immediately. All you got to do is work for it. All you got to do is save up and buy the car yourself. But it's like, no, you have it now. I want it now. I'm going to be mad at you because you got it now. Can't even be grateful for what you have with a mindset like that. And that's their problem. Rather than strengthen their strengths, they're too focused on their weaknesses, which cause them to be insecure, and which make them have to attack somebody else to try to even the playing field. Try to make other people perceive you like they would be perceived, or try to get y'all on the same level. They got to try to get you on the same level as them when they feel threatened by you. And they have to try to change the way people perceive you. Because if you have the dominant energy and you're around this person and you can see through them, and you don't deal with them, you don't treat them like everybody else treats them, because this is the person with the false sense of strength. This is the person with the false sense of security, but they're actually insecure. When you can actually see like, oh God, you know what? It's nothing against you, but I'm just not going to operate with you the same way everybody else does. People are going to wonder why. People are going to start to put two and two together and be like, yo, this person is kind of someone that I should just stay away from. And you shift the dynamic. You start to take more power away from this person. And even if you don't, even if it's not that deep, that's how they're going to feel anyway. Because once you are there, the person with the dominant energy, and because of your attractive qualities, and because of people view you the way they view you, and how people naturally gravitate towards you anyway, this person has to fight tooth and nail to make people gravitate towards them, get your energy, talk about people, point out other people's faults. You see this wrong in this person, you see what's wrong in that person. They can't just leave people alone. All right, everybody's going to notice something in somebody, but they just leave it alone and keep it to themselves. And that's what allows people to just live and they just go about their day. That's how people can cooperate with each other. Nobody's perfect. We all see things. We all see each other's flaws, and we all see the strengths and weaknesses and things like that. But you're not manipulating anybody because of it. You're, if anything, going to lift them up. If anything, you're just going to ignore it because it's their business. It's not yours, and you won't let them deal with it. But you have people who will try to use these things to their benefit. Oh, I see you're weak here. I see you're weak there. I'm going to trample you in that area. I'm going to mess with you in that area. I'm going to try to destroy you because of that. And that's where it becomes corrupt. That's where it becomes evil. And that's where it becomes wrong. And that's where it becomes a sin to do that to somebody else. That's when it becomes a evil deed to come at somebody like that because you see an area that they may need work on. And instead of being a man and pulling them to the side because of the things that you lack as well, and nobody's going to be able to heal that way. It's going to be a toxic environment. And this is why it's better to heal yourself and to work on yourself, because you'll be able to lift other people up. When you don't heal yourself and you constantly picking out and pointing out other people's flaws and trying to bring them down because of what's going on with them, and you're not even fixing yourself, nobody wins. But that's how some people want it. Misery loves company. All right, misery's company too. Do. Some people, misery loves company. If I'm hurt, we all hurt. I'm down, we all down. I'm unhappy, we all unhappy. That's how some people roll. And they want to bring other people down with them. They really do. And you can't allow you can't necessarily allow that to happen. But that's why I called it little man. That's little man syndrome. That's not being an adult. That's not being grown. That's little man syndrome. Little man needs attention, and this person must have not got enough attention from their parents. There are people who get ignored by their parents. Some people are able to deal with it better than others. All right, not everybody, unfortunately, comes from the type of loving home, that some people have. Some people have a loving home. Some people have a different kind of home. And some people just don't get no attention at all. Some people there's levels to unfair treatment. And unfortunately, some people are treated unfair than others. But what they don't realize is the person who's treated the worst is the strongest person. And they're walking around with all this untapped strength. And when you take it out on other people, you're not going to allow yourself to grow and see what level you really could be at. A lot of these people are really the strongest people. A lot of these people are really some of the strongest people, but they're choosing to be moist. They're choosing to be soft. They're choosing to not work on themselves because they're afraid of themselves. They're afraid of what they got to deal with. They done been through some stuff, and they're afraid of it. And they don't want to work with it, and they don't want to deal with it. And they should, because it'll help them become somebody that'll possibly even change the world. You change your mind, change yourself, you might be able to motivate somebody else and uplift other people and convince them that they could be great. There's other people who went through the same thing. They might think that they're all alone and there's nobody else out there like them. But there are other people who have been through what they went through, and all they need to do is work on themselves. All they need to do is heal themselves. Whatever trauma, whatever dark past they got, whatever they've been through, all they need to do is work on it and fix it, and things will get better. People could heal. All right, but sometimes people, they go through some stuff that's so hard and so harsh, they don't see that as a reality for themselves. And that's why videos like this are important. I know I'll be going hard on them sometimes, but some of them got an ear to hear. All right, some of them are going to turn around. Some of them are going to just like we all did, just like we turned around and are still turning around. All right, everybody's going to turn around in their time by the grace of God, hopefully. All right, that's what we hope for. All right, so all we can do is hope for the best. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, peace, love, and light. And yo, don't let them use you to make up for it. That ain't your business. We out.